Okay, I would like to talk about the presidential debates on last night. I saw after the debates was over with, everybody said that Mitt Romney won the debate, and I see that the polls have bumped him up, and I see a lot of people believing the hype that Mitt Romney put out on yesterday. Now, I thought we was a country that thrived on the truth or the reality of the situation. So let me ask this question for those of you who's out there who was undecided and you sat and watched the same debate. Would you prefer a candidate who can give you detailed information, or would you prefer a candidate who detail or tiptoe around the question and constantly throw rocks to make themselves look good? Now, if you want to hold a position, then you should be man enough to stand your ground and say what you're capable of doing. For parents who have children, if you think the voucher program is going to be really successful, then you need to think again, because what it does is it's like putting a whole bunch of tickets in a jar and you stick your hand out hoping and praying that you get that number to get your child into the good school that you want them to get into, which is not beneficial. Next, he talking about repealing Obamacare. And President said, he's come to like the names because Obama does care. So here's my problem. If before your children was uninsured and Mitt Romney wants to go back to it, and now that your children can be on your insurance until age 26, what is the problem with that? Don't you think that's beneficial? At least they're covered if something go wrong, and it saves money out your pocket. If you have a pre-existing condition, he's going to repeal that too. So for those of you who could not get any insurance, no life insurance, whole life term, or whatever it may be, if he takes that away, then you back to square one. So if you die with a pre-existing condition, then they're going to need to pass the cut. Can you go to the president candidate on the Republican side and say, my family has passed from pre-existing condition because of the rules that you in place, so now can I get some help? You know what his answer going to be is no. Mitt Romney already had money, as he states so clearly. And if he don't tax the rich, and the middle class and the poor is paying all the taxes, where's the extra money coming from? Because if you can't afford to pay the taxes, where's the money coming from? Now, if you're going to talk to the people, don't skirt around the issues. Give detailed information. You can't wait till you sit at a table and say, okay, when I get this job, then I'm going to tell you what I want to do. No, you need to tell me what you're going to do now. It's like going into a clothing store and somebody say, well, you paid for this outfit, but you can't see what it look like until I give it to you. That's crazy as hell. And if y'all sit down and believe this bull crap that Mitt Romney was feeding y'all really sick and sad. Because if you don't think about the future of your kids and what's going to take place, if you allow him to get into this office, then we cannot cry about anything. Because believe me when I say, you take everything, and as he stated on last night, and place it back on the state level, the states are already broke and struggling. And guess where you think they go to get their money? They go to the government. So if the states are already struggling, the schools in the system already suck. And unless you got money to filter into the schools, then the people who don't have money, those are the schools who's going to lose out. So you think because he was aggressive and, and get that little smirky smile here on his face that he really accomplished something? We are some sad people if we sit down and believe the hype. Now, the polls are slurred. So it depends on what company, what TV station, what media outlet is supporting what candidate. So quite natural, if you think about it, it's going to slur. Just like if you have a family issue, then like the old saying is blood is thicker than water. So if you in my bloodline, I'm going to stick up for you whether you wrong or right, because whatever you do will benefit me. It's not about the people. So again, we think that the president is the solution to everything, and he is not. We have households that can start at home. We have aldermen, we have committeemen, state representatives, senators and congressmen, governors. Nobody hold them accountable as much as you hold the president. We all play a part. Unless we can step up to the plate and assist, it's never going to get better. And so Mitt Romney says when he get in office that he will sit down at the table, and have a general conversation. It ain't that simple. It is not that simple. And out of all the presidents we have, this is the only one to me. And whether y'all care or not, I don't care. It's the truth. And what we lack right now in these conversations is reality. And the reality is a bunch of bull being spit out. Now, I'm not saying that the president is perfect. And I'm not saying that he did everything correctly. And yes, we need jobs. Hell, I need one myself. So I'm speaking from a person that's unemployed too. So let me say this to you. This election is going further than what we realize, because companies who support the Republican candidate and know that lack of jobs is a big issue are holding back just for this leverage. Y'all need to look at it, because trickery is trickery. And the devil is slick at what he does. He make it seem like it's a good plan. He dress it up and make it seem pretty. But once he get into office, you people that think that Romney is on your side, you're going to be fooled. If the man can stand up on national television and tell you to your face that he's going to cut out PBS programs that's good for your children, you need to think about that, because that is something that bothers me. Because if you don't feel that the child's education, whether it's in school or on TV, is important, it's something wrong with that. So if he's talking about putting people out of jobs and stuff like that as far as education, you could be aggressive. You be aggressive all you want to. So you take part of what President Obama say and you insert it into your speech, and you think you should get a pat on the back. I don't think so. And y'all need to wake up, because you need to get your behinds out and vote. That's everybody. If you don't do it for yourself, think about the future of your kids. And you really need to find facts, because Massachusetts was not the #1 school. Before you listen to what Mitt Romney said, you better check out the facts. And for his child to shake the president's hand and then take her hand and wipe it off, that is ridiculous. And that tweet, I think that was sent out intentionally, but you need to check it out for yourself, because this is some slick stuff right here. And if you believe that hype that Mitt Romney said, y'all full of it too. Have a good one.